Occupational therapy is different because it's working with people to help them achieve their own goals so that they can become independent. It's working in partnership with people so that they can achieve what they want to achieve.
Judith Bird is an occupational therapist working for the social services. No 2 days are ever the same for Judith.
I'm on my way to see Terry now, who a couple of years ago caught meningitis. I'm taking her some specially adapted gloves so that she can use them to lift the weights at the gym. It's a privilege to work with Terry. She's a very courageous young lady. She had wanted to be a professional dancer before her illness, and she'd always been interested in dancing from a very early age, and her illness has actually prevented her doing that.
Keeping fit is as important to Terry as it's always been. Not just because it helps her get the best from her body, but, like anyone else, sport gives her an overall sense of well-being.
Hiya. Hi, have you had a good workout? Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Good.
Hot now. Did you bring those gloves
Yes,
for me?
I did.
Are
Yeah.
they all right?
Yeah, they're fine.
Put some extra padding
Terry's
on them.
occupational therapists have shown her new ways to tackle the everyday tasks most of us take for granted.
Yeah.
Terry can now drive a car, use a computer, and is getting specialist career guidance now that she has recovered enough to consider her future.
Do they feel okay?
Yeah, they're really good.
In December 1998, I contracted meningitis, and the strand I had was meningococcal septicemia. It sort of eats away at the tissue and causes lesions. In my case, I had that as well as the loss of tips of my fingers and my feet. Because you had to lose your feet, they had to take it a little bit higher so you could wear prostheses. So it's actually sort of 5 inches below the knee. Basically, it's been 5.5 months in hospital, and then over a year of wearing prostheses. I've had OTs helping me with like buttons and button hooks. I didn't think I'd be able to dress myself at one point, but they've shown me all these different things that I can use. I'd say I've got nearly a normal life now. So, yeah, I'm doing okay.
Judith's next appointment is at the studio of artist Ranjit Bamra. But first, a quick visit to Queen Mary's Hospital to visit Stuart Rickman, whose technical skills have earned him the nickname Q.
Hello, Judith. Hi. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
I've come to pick up the floppy disk holder for Ranjit.
Oh, right. Good. Got it over here. How is he?
He's fine, thank you.
Jolly good. I'm an occupational therapy technician. I originally come from industry, and I give technical support to the occupational therapist. I have repaired it. It seems fully operational. Tell Ranjit to try not to run it over in his wheelchair again.
Okay, thanks. I first got involved with him when he decided that he wanted to move out of residential care and come back and live in the community. And I was involved in adapting his home for him to make it suitable, because he's reliant on a wheelchair for all his mobility. He's extremely rewarding to work with. He's got a very good sense of humour, and he's been painting for many years now. He uses his painting as a form of communication and expression, and in fact he first started painting as a young child when he first came into the country, and he wasn't able to speak the language. Hello, Ranjit.
Oh, hello.
How are you, Ranjit?
Hello, I'm fine, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I've bought this for you that Stuart's repaired, and he says don't run it over again.
I'll try not to, I've been missing it. Stuart, the occupational therapy technician at Queen Mary's, has been marvellous. Like Q in James Bond, you know, he comes up with all these brilliant ideas. I go to him with a problem.
What about the door opener, is that working?
And he'll sit there and he'll say, right, we'll do this, and we'll work it out like that. So I've got all these gadgets that he's made, which have allowed me to lead an independent life.
What have you been doing recently?
None of this would have been possible if it hadn't have been for Judith, with her input and her advice on what's available on the market, how best the flat could be adapted. The role that the occupational therapist plays in allowing someone to lead an independent life is immense. So you know, Judith has been like a rock to me.
Becoming an occupational therapist involves academic and practical study. Students must complete 1,000 hours of fieldwork as part of their education.
I was looking after this child with cerebral palsy last year, and now I used to be an insurance broker about 8 years ago, and I did that for 6 years. And the career was really not going anywhere. I needed something that was going to be a bit more purposeful to me. And at the time, my grandparents needed to have an OT to come in and, you know, arrange their home for them. And I got chatting to the OT while she was there, and I thought this was the type of career that might, you know, give me a bit more purpose. I've been at Canterbury now for 2 years, and we've got a brilliant mix of people. You know, there's people from all different cultures and all different backgrounds as well, so it makes a really good, interesting mix of people.
We're just going to get Vicky to demonstrate how to use the bath board and bath seat, which are very common.
The degree provides you the opportunity to work with a wide range of clients. You can work with paediatrics, it's any age group, whether it be physical or mental health, learning disabilities as well. And you also have the chance to work in social services. You can use the degree abroad as well, which is a positive thing.
What really attracts you to the field of learning disability?
Well, the attraction, I think, is because people often have many complex problems. In addition to their difficulties with learning, they also might have a physical disability or other medical conditions. Some people have mental illnesses, and other people have behaviours which are fairly difficult for themselves and others. It does mean that as an occupational therapist, you have to use all of your skills in every field, and it's actually quite challenging and keeps you very stimulated.